Alpha team here. Mission accomplished. Roger. We'll rendezvous at the meeting point.
Niemand da? Komisch.
Gas station shenanigans, boys. We better take a look. It's up to us to investigate the gas station. Alright, well, while we watch him come in here and discover flashlights and herb ice cream, I'll explain what exactly it is we're doing here today. This is a mod I saw when I was trying to find cool skins on the modding websites called Real Survival DIY, something like that. You could tell the name made a huge impact on me. Basically, it's just a mod to make the game more difficult, and I'll explain some more after this little cutscene right here.
Komm runter!
Officer, soll ich helfen?
Zurückbleiben, Sir, nicht näher!
Was zum Teufel? Stop!
Zombies. Generally, we can get past this guy the same way. Well, anyway, what the mod does is it just makes resources more scarce, really, is the main thing. So, we'll get more into it when we get to the RPD. This beginning part is basically the same, because you don't really find items out here, unless keys count as items.
Nicht schießen!
Runter! Alles gut?
Ja, denke schon. Danke.
Dank mir später, wenn wir sicher sind.
Oh, Scheiße.
Los jetzt! Rein da! Festhalten!
Was zur Hölle geht hier vor?
Keine Ahnung. Hoffentlich haben die mehr Infos auf der Polizeistation.
Warte, du bist Cop?
Ja, Leon Kennedy. Und du bist?
Claire. Claire Redfield.
Wohnst du hier?
Nein, ich suche meinen Bruder. Ist auch Cop.
Tja, gut, dass wir uns getroffen haben. Ich weiß nicht, was noch auf uns zukommt.
An alle Einwohner. Aufgrund des stadtweiten Ausbruchs wird Ihnen empfohlen, in der Polizeistation von Raccoon City Zuflucht zu suchen. Lebens- und Arzneimittel werden allen Bedürftigen kostenfrei zur Verfügung gestellt.
Oh mein Gott, das kann nicht wahr sein.
Die Polizeistation ist nicht mehr weit. Die werden mehr wissen.
Ja, aber was, wenn wir die Einzigen sind? Wenn es keine
Nein,
Überlebenden...
die Stadt ist groß. Da muss es doch welche geben. Wir müssen wohl zu Fuß gehen.
Wohl eher rennen.
Ja, gute Idee. Ach du Schande!
Leon, fahr rückwärts. Was zur...
Heilige Scheiße. Claire, steig aus! Steig aus, jetzt!
Ich kann nicht.
Festhalten! Claire! Claire, alles klar?
Ja, mir geht's gut. Was ist mit dir?
Ich muss weg hier, ist nicht sicher!
Geh schon weiter. Ich treffe dich bei der Station.
Ich komm hin! Das reinste Chaos.
I feel like a lot's happened in short order, but we're here in town. Things can only get better once you're in town. Just like in Diablo 2, son. We're going to find Geed and we're going to roll a pair of gold boots. They're going to have bonus to movement speed and stamina recovery, son, and we'll be set. Anyway, more about this mod. Basically, it just makes ammo and healing items a lot rarer, along with moving some stuff around. It's kind of like a Zelda second quest type deal. We'll get more into it as we go. Survival DIY mod is a dance. You learn as you go, son. Now, normally we could prance about in here and find all kinds of goods and sundries, but spoilers, there ain't nothing up there. Not even a bowl of nut and honey crunch. Well, technically, the little stabilizer piece for the Matilda is up there in that safe. And there is a single green herb up there. But when I said there ain't nothing up there, I basically meant no ammo. And you might think there'd be handgun ammo right here, but nope. Just the humble flash grenade. But it's just what we needed. With who? We'll learn about that here in a second. I wonder what they kept in these lockers just here randomly out in the hallway near the press room. No time to think about the lore of the RPG. We've got to be professional modded games players. The first aid spray in the ladies' room is required to be there, son. The OSHA inspector would have this whole fucking place shut down if that weren't in there at all times.
Aufmachen! Schnell! Aufmachen! Mach die verdammte Tür auf! Hilfe! Bitte! Geben Sie mir die Hand!
Ich hab sie. Jetzt die andere Hand. Ach du Scheiße!
Son, poor Elliot Senpai. He'll never live to see that he solved a cool puzzle. Sir, I'm going to need you to prostrate yourself on that desk. Humble thyself before me. We're going to ignore window guy. And our two friends that come around here, luckily, spawn with low vitality. So we should be able to take them out with our meager handgun bullets we're carrying. This is the part where you fall down, sir. Thank you. Now we're going to have to pop in the Fat Chubb's loot locker real quick. All that's in here is this weapons locker key card, but damn if we don't need it. We could try to stun him, and it worked. Normally I have to hit him with that flashbang, but just this once he decided to throw us a bone. God bless you, Fat Chubbs. God bless you.
Du bist sicher. Fürs Erste.
Danke.
Marvin Brunner.
Leon Kennedy. Da war noch ein Officer. Ich konnte nicht.
Hier. Du hast sicher getan, was du konntest, Leon.
Weiß irgendjemand, was das verursacht hat?
Keine Ahnung. Aber ganz ehrlich, es reicht, wenn du weißt, dass du mit Haut und Haar gefressen wirst, wenn du nicht aufpasst.
Ja, ich sollte letzte Woche anfangen, aber dann hieß es, bleib weg. Wünschte, ich wäre früher gekommen.
Du bist jetzt hier, Leon, und das ist wichtig.
Okay, Lieutenant. Ich bin soweit.
Hoffentlich findest du einen Weg raus aus der Station. Der Officer, den du getroffen hast, Elliot. Er dachte, dieser Geheimgang wäre der Weg hier raus.
Das klingt gut. Sie kommen ins Krankenhaus.
Nein, nein, ich bin nicht die Priorität hier.
Lieutenant, ich werde Sie nicht einfach hier lassen.
Das ist ein Befehl, Rekrut! Du rettest dich selbst zuerst. Ich käme mit dir, aber ich halte dich nur auf. Hier. Du brauchst das.
Ich kann das nicht.
Stopp. Und mach nicht meinen Fehler. Wenn du eins von den Dingern siehst, Uniform oder nicht, darfst du nicht zögern. Du erledigst es. Oder rennst. Klar?
Ja, Sir.
All right. Now that we've met Herr Marvin and been introduced to him and been given some cutting ordnance, we can get this shit show rolling properly.
So habe ich mir meinen ersten Tag nicht vorgestellt.
I hear you, buddy. Now, we can't actually use this knife to fight enemies. That would be ridiculous. Remember, knives are for Billy Birkin, and in this mod, they're more prudent than ever to save. I'm going to try to not use the infinite combat knife, just so you kids feel like there's still a little bit of attention to the playthrough. Because it does make it much easier. I've done some practicing on this mod. I haven't actually completed a Leon A playthrough. So we'll see how I do now that I'm recording it for y'all to watch later. But I did learn that you've got to be even stingier. Oh, you may wonder why we didn't get any boards to board these windows up. That's because there are no window boards at all in this mod. So we've always got to deal with regenerating zombies. At least we've got a cool map. I never wear buttons, but I got a cool map. And my homies agree. I really look good in black. Fool. No bullets down there, by the way. We can't humble Fat Chubbs and Bald Head Fred here like we normally would. At least not with what we're carrying. Let's get them to notice us, and then we're going to open some lockers. Luckily for us, the lockers contain somewhat different ordnance, including a gunpowder bee, as I call it. I don't even do that like as an intentional joke. It's just my brain sees them and it's like, oh, that's a gunpowder A. That's gunpowder B right there. And then you hold up a gunpowder white. And I'm like, well, that's a gunpowder B in the Claire scenario. We got to mix our own shotgun shells, but at least we got a shotgun. We're holding out for a shotgun till the end of the night. I'm sorry I ignored you, Fat Chubs, but here I am. Tell Baldhead Fred he can come in right after you. There he is, boys. Loves to make an appearance. Remember, kids, repeat after me. Baldhead Fred is surely dead. And he's not standing at the foot of my bed, son. These are words of power in the middle of the night. If you're foolish enough to not have a nightlight when you're sleeping, or at least like a lava lamp or something, leave the TV on. Wake up to the Toys in the Attic from Cowboy Bebop and not know what the hell's going on. It's an experience I actually had in my life. 9-15-7. Not many game series have that many numerical entries, but one of the ones I can think of off the top of my head is Final Fantasy. There are 3 very distinct entries. Oh wait, I forgot it's Ned and Marge. It's Ned and my original Simpsons character, Blarge. We've got the big magazine. So this guy doesn't wake up unless you approach those stairs. He's the him downstairs zombie. Now that we've given him a name in Tenfei canon. If this is your first Tenfei video, welcome. It doesn't get any more sensible from here. We're going to get us some gunpowders and ink ribbons. So you get a lot more gunpowders than you do straight up bullets in this mod, which I enjoy. Remember, this used to be a red herb back in the day, back when we were casuals. You kind of want to stagger out your saves because you don't get a ton of ink ribbons. There was one in the entrance hall that I forgot. I had to grab it later. All right, we're going to try to avoid most of the zombies coming up. We're coming across any gunpowders. There is one out there. Yeah, why not? Alright, this guy's going to bust in the window. There ain't nothing we can do about it. And then there's this asshole at the top of the stairs. Oh good, he fell like a sack of peeling potatoes. So that lady's bullets and this red herb are gone. Thanks, mod makers. Now, for some strange reason, they left these shotgun shells here in the capsule computer locker. This is where Captain Commando leaves his drawers when he's taking a shower. Captain's drawers, I believe he calls them. He puts them on by throwing them in the air and doing a captain's kick into them. And if you're worried about the Devil's Cry Maybe locker, it still has its precious payload of Magnum bullets. In fact, I'm going to take them right now, even though we won't get the Magnum till post-basement shenanigans. Until we're officially on Danny Elfman's shit list. It's a liquor, idiot. You already knew that Brandy was in fact Dandy. Hey, sweetheart, honey. You're like a shitty pinata full of bad times. You're like a pinata full of dollar store brand chocolate. It's basically chalk.
Leon, Marvin hier. Komm so schnell wie möglich zurück.
Alles in Ordnung, Marvin?
Ich möchte dir was zeigen. Ist wichtig.
Verstanden, ich bin sofort da.
Now, the library bunch, we don't have as many resources as we usually do to just prance in here and dispatch them at our leisure. So I'm mainly going to focus on the most dangerous member, the Blinky of the library bunch. The Cruz Elroy of the library bunch. I knew you would take 2 shotgun shells. I tell you, some people. Alright, let's pop out here right fast. Grab this. Make that. Make our ammo pretty in our inventory. There we go. There we go. It's important. Alright, remember the fish and the lobster made a potion in the A scenario. Arthur Fonzarelli doesn't even know the game has a second scenario. Alright, the ass-eating zombie shouldn't activate unless we try to climb that ladder. He has something against it. So, for the time being, we have no reason to agitate him. But we can pregame our shelves for later in case some big waffle-stomping man in a trench coat is chasing us for some reason. If we don't walk too close to him, we won't aggro Fat Chubbs either. We can leave him be. God bless him, son. He's got a lot on him. And of course the handgun bullets that are normally over there aren't. Because why would they be? It's like he intentionally modded the game to make it harder and got mad at it. Okay, the lion puts an herb on the fat pigeon. But what herb did he put on the fat pigeon, son? That's up to y'all. That's for self-determination.
Da bist du ja. Komm her. Siehst du das?
Ja, ich wusste, sie schafft's.
Du kennst sie?
Ja, sie heißt Claire. Ich kam mit ihr in die Stadt.
Du gelangst zu dem Hof da. Die Stufen hoch. Ostseite.
In Ordnung. Danke, Lieutenant.
Son, Meister Marvin giving us all kinds of directions and guidance.
Also hatte Elliot recht.
Ja, aber der Durchgang ist noch nicht offen.
Alright, go ahead and use this key here. Chunka chunka. Got the classic RE2 main hall music. Talk about a nostalgia blast. Shouldn't need all that ammo right this second. We're just going over there. Oh, the hand in the red book. The hand is in a different spot, so we can't pre-game that puzzle like we usually like to do. I'll save my game before we head down into Billy B's lair. If I die before that, I'll just throw a big tantrum and restart. Return by bitch and moan is my power I'll activate. I guess we could get the muzzle brake for old Matilda here. 6 to 11. Yeah. Final Fantasy once again. If this is your first Dead Faith playthrough, boys, there's a lot of lore you're missing. Okay, that herb can sit right there for now. We'll find some spices to combine it with. That's what the red herb is. It's the spices. I'm just running past these herbs so we'll know they're here later.
Hey! Leon?
Claire! Warte! Ich bin gleich da!
Okay.
Claire! Ich bin so froh, dich zu sehen.
Wie geht's dir? Der Helikopter kam wie
Ja.
aus dem Nichts.
Bin noch in einem Stück.
Ich schätze, du hast keinen Schlüssel in einer deiner schicken Taschen.
Tut mir leid. Nein. Aber wie geht es dir?
Weißt du, ich schlag mich durch.
Das ist gut.
Ja,
Neues in Sachen Bruder?
nein, noch nicht.
Claire, nicht aufgeben. Ich bin sicher, wir finden ihn. Mist. Du weißt, was das heißt.
Ja. Essenszeit.
Claire, du solltest gehen.
Sorg dich nicht um mich, Leon. Kümmere dich um dich selbst.
Claire, verschwinde hier. Jetzt!
Hey, lass uns das durchstehen. Beide, gell?
Marvin, ich habe hier ein Problem. Ich bin von Zombies umzingelt. Marvin, hören Sie mich? Marvin! Verdammt!
You'll notice a lack of fat loot out here. But they have to begrudgingly give us plot items. So we're going to try to ignore most of the zombies in this little section right here. That guy's going to come in through the window. This guy's going to bust in probably about 30 seconds or so. So we just got to worry about that other guy. And if we're real quick, we should be able to grab everything without dillying and dallying too hard. Now he is guarding a gunpowder A. The longer we wait, that guy's going to bust in through there. Oh, wow. He decided to go desk surfing. That's probably the best outcome we could have got. You'll notice the fuse to open this hallway shutter was not here. Yeah, it's another fun change. Fat Chubbs will still be hanging out in his loot locker. But we ain't worried about that. Did this guy make it into that room? He did. A perfect East Hall circuit. You love to see it. Now these two douchebags up here that are on fire, burning all their turbo in NBA Jam, are going to be in the way. If we're lucky, we can stagger this one and run past him. If not, we'll just have to... Damn it! I can't believe I missed. What a fucking waste of a flashbang. Oh well. Part of playing Real Survivor is fucking up for your small but dedicated YouTube audience. All the pros do it from time to time. Stay humble. We'll leave Marvin Senpai alone, son. Alright, we're just going to want to take these with us. Refill our bullet shooting guns. Not very often you take specific amounts of ammo out of the box, son. That's when you know you're a professional. You're like, yeah, professional douchebag. I got Tenfei good. Didn't even have to give him the old soap coffee. I'm off to drink my liter of cola at Shenanigans. Hey guys in the hallway, how you doing? My favorite improv comedy troupe. Busting in through the windows. Hey Fat Chubbs. Bye Fat Chubbs. You don't want to kill all those dudes in the hallway because they'll just respawn later. When we come back with the club key. When we come back clubbing. Just a flashbang in here, but that's all we need. The guy from the window and the other guy that fell like peeling potatoes are going to be down here. Yep, I was just talking about you. How you're a huge asshole that no one likes. Alright, he's going to fall through and that lady's going to fall over the railing. Yeah, come on, sweetheart. Peeling potatoes. Yep. We'll deal with them later. After I've had my coffee. That's when you're like, oh, I made one just special for you. And you turn to the camera and wink. It's a bit soapy. Alright, this liquor is still in here. And, look! Our hallway fuse. Good for us. 100 hours after I needed it. Star's office has still got some good stuff in it, but it's definitely a little sparser these days. Everybody's got to tighten their belt. Wesker started having to buy the store brand Lunchables to keep in the Star's mini fridge that's hid under his desk. That's when you knew times were tough. Even Chris Redfield felt sympathy for him at the time. Of course, this would have been back before Resident Evil 1, which means that they were probably... He probably still thought they were good friends. I like to think Wesker secretly, accidentally became good friends with the members of STARS when he was infiltrating them. But he's just such a huge asshole that it didn't lead to like a character reveal or a heel face turn. It's just something to think about. That's just the kind of guy Albert Wesker is. Complete asshole saturation. Yeah, I know you're mad. For some reason, none of us are allowed to make noises or listen into our boom boxes. Just because you turn into an inside-out blind monster. Inconvenience everyone else. You don't think he'll get mad and come hit us because we were talking shit, do you? Flashbang justice! Ooh. And now I'm going to calmly walk out of the room, proving I'm the bigger man. But I might run right here just to make him mad. The good times, baby. Good times library. The creepy library music only plays in the creepy library. If you can believe it. Let's slap this last medallion into this here thing and go from there.
Da geht es nach unten. Das ist er. Unser Weg raus. Lieutenant Brenner! Marvin! Zeit zu gehen. Hey, Marvin. Wir müssen Sie ins Krankenhaus bringen, sofort.
Nein, nein. Ich rette dich selbst.
Kommen Sie, ich hab's...
Geh!
Hören Sie, wir können es immer noch beide rausschaffen. Wenn Sie mir nur...
Es ist zu spät. Hab's versucht, Leon. Aber ich konnte es nicht stoppen. Das darf sich nicht ausbreiten. Jetzt liegt's an dir. Jetzt geh!
Verstanden. Ich werde tun, was ich kann, Marvin.
Alright, had us a nice little somber moment. Got us a nice somber hand grenade. Alright, what are we going to take for Billy B battling? Billy B battling, son. Annette B shopping. We're going to bring everything. Or damn near everything, at the very least. See, we only got 2 knives, and one of them is partially messed up. And despite what most Sislak might tell you, when you're fighting Billy B, you want to be a guy with more than 2 knives. But I think we'll be alright. Will Billy be alright? Every little thing is going to Billy be alright, son. Has potential as a Wolves Can't Fly song. You know they'll have at least one Resident Evil based album. If you could think of the good titles for some more Wolves Can't Fly Resident Evil songs for their album. What's it called? What's that term? When an album has like a theme? Like the Pinball Wizard, Tommy. Concept album? Maybe? I can't believe they have this second hand grenade down here. Steve Carell in Weatherman, he'd have been unstoppable at that big newscaster melee. He sounds upset.
Was zur... Oh mein Gott. Scheiße. Lässt sich nicht reden. Keine andere Wahl. Muss ihn ausschalten. Jemand beobachtet mich.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that was some by-the-book Billy B. battling, son. The chief is going to have to pay me one begrudging, backhanded compliment. I was going to say half-assed, but it probably will be, too. He's like, it's good to know you're not completely terrible at Billy B. battling. It's real reassuring. I'm like, thanks, chief. It's like, don't you dare take genuine gratitude for my backwards compliment. Even I find it insulting. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why we didn't, get any of that loot that's down there in the arena, the answer, anytime you're thinking, why didn't Tenfei get blank during this particular playthrough, the answer is, because it ain't there. Why didn't Tenfei get a clue this playthrough? Because his brain ain't there. They're a little bit more generous in some parts with the fanny packs. It's real hip to be pouch in this playthrough is one of the few advantages of its styles. Go ahead and mix these because we ain't going to... If we're going to be making shotgun shells, we're only going to use gunpowder larges. But if we're super indulgent, we could save all of the yellows, all of our gunpowder Bs, as they're known by professionals, and use them for the making of magnums. Magnum makers. Be a good brand name for a gun company.
Mist. Nicht ohne Karte. Das glaube ich einfach nicht. Runter von mir! Wer ist da?
Aufgepasst. Weg damit. FBI.
Entschuldigung. Danke. Für die Hilfe.
Überrascht mich, dass Sie noch leben.
FBI, was? Was geht hier vor sich?
Bedauere. Die Information ist streng geheim.
Wo gehen Sie hin?
Tun Sie sich einen Gefallen. Stellen Sie keine Fragen und verschwinden Sie von hier.
Hey! Ich hab noch nicht ausgeredet!
All right. Now that we've already become good friends with Ada, just grabbing the maps for fun. Here is the other electrical part for the break hallway. I guess they put it down here just to make you use up an inventory slot instead of getting it in that safe room. I don't have the ammo to waste on you. He does wake up during the escape, but if you play your cards right, he's not a problem. Then there's these assholes. And then there's this asshole.
Hallo?
Hey!
Ich glaub's ja nicht. Ein echter Mensch. Hallo, Mensch.
Sind Sie hier schon lang?
Lang genug. Sind nur noch wir am Leben?
Nein, nein, gibt noch mehr von uns.
Oh, gut zu hören, schätze ich.
Ja.
Es sei denn, Irons schickt sie.
Irons? Sie meinen Chief Irons? Ist er noch hier?
Wen kümmert's? Hoffentlich hat jemand ihn schon verspeist.
Was meinen Sie damit?
Dieser Mistkerl hat mich ja eingesperrt.
Bin sicher, er hatte einen Grund.
Hatte er. Ich stand knapp davor, ihn auffliegen zu lassen. Ich hätte dasselbe getan, schätze ich. Hey, wie wär's mit einem Deal? Befreien Sie mich und ich gebe Ihnen die. Gibt keinen anderen Weg aus der Tiefgarage, glauben Sie mir.
Sorry, das geht nicht. Nicht ohne den Chief zu fragen.
Hören Sie, wir beide müssen hier irgendwie raus. Entweder arbeiten wir zusammen und helfen uns, oder... Scheiße, es kommt.
Was? Was kommt?
Komm, sei kein Arschloch, okay? Du brauchst die! Lass mich verflucht noch mal hier raus!
Oh mein Gott. Wer ist da?
Ich bin's nur. Stecken Sie bitte das Ding weg.
Ich weiß gar nicht, was passiert ist. Das ging alles so schnell.
Ich sagte doch, Sie sollen abhauen. Sie wollen doch nicht enden wie Ben, oder?
Sie kannten ihn?
Er war ein Informant. Hatte Informationen für meine Untersuchung.
Also hat er die Wahrheit gesagt. Hey, Sie können mir nicht immer weglaufen. Ich weiß nicht mal Ihren Namen. Ich bin Leon Kennedy.
Finde einen Weg raus, Leon. Bevor es zu spät ist. Dann reden wir. Ich bin Ada.
Ich schätze, das ist ein Deal.
Fun. It's always fun making new friends. Even if their heads get crushed. Like watermelons. Alright. Ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Even if you take care of all these zombies, because they all have like 1 HP, just more spawn in during the prison escape. The Great Escape. The Grape Escape, son. Talk about a board game with a catchy commercial. Alright, just for fun, before we go dealing with doggos, let's take this a moment to make our Matilda the big Matilda. The full waltz Matilda would be its name. Matilda Endless Waltz. Everyone's favorite OVA. First you open the box. Then you click the key. And then all that good treasure will come straight to me. Boom. That's a gun right there, boys. Burst shot. Why don't you hit me with your burst shot? So apparently this gun in real life is capable of 3-round bursts, but you can't use it unless you put the stock on the gun. It like triggers a switch inside of it. That's kind of neat. This gunpowder is just replaced with one of those codes we don't need. Hey, buddy. Boom. And one to grow on. Boom. And one. Sometimes they go down in the burst if you're lucky. But sometimes they're tenacious. Okay. We're going to turn the lights on before we go in the morgue. That way it's somewhat less spooky. Unless it's that scene from Star Trek The Next Generation where Beverly Crusher was tripping balls and she was in like a morgue full of dead bodies and body bags. Because even in the future, the Star Trek future, they still just zip you up in a black bag. It's a metaphor. Anyway, like all of them sat up. And then Jean-Luc Picard appeared and he had a terrible toupee on. And he's like, I'm sorry your husband died. But we have to make out in this morgue freezer. It's the only way we'll survive, damn it. This dog can always be ignored. If you don't kill the ones in those kennels, then there's another one that comes running at you right here. So that's why you pre-game your dogs. Hey, buddy, you having some trouble getting in here? Making me waste all of my precious handgun bullets? We need to take this one down because he'll be out there in the hall bothering us otherwise. Where are you going? Why are you running? He's not running around, is he? I don't think I've ever let that dog get away. In all the playthroughs to let that dog get away, this was the one. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Yep. Nothing bad. Nothing bad. Where you going, buddy? I can't see you. You're too rambunctious. Just trying to once again up the stakes for you kids at home. So you feel something. You're like, oh, Tid Fay playing through the Resident Evil 2 remake. Yet again. I do say. I'll spread out on the chaise lounge as I watch. For surely I will be slipping into a coma. At the same repeated antics. Oh, he's using the HUNK skin, is he? How exciting. How original. I don't know if I care for snooty RE2 connoisseur. The latest, and he would say greatest Tenfei character. I've learned somewhat recently that you can just run out of there every time as long as you know, don't leave those shelves out to block you. I knew you were going to bust out that vent. Don't think you did anything to surprise me. Alright, we're going to have to race the gun range zombies to the diamond door. Because there's an item we definitely want in there, and we don't want to waste any ammo on them because, spoilers, if you're wondering why I didn't go get the shotgun shells out there in the gun range, you already know the answer. Damn it, I didn't do my inventory correctly. I'm going to throw these 3 bullets away. Don't tell Henry. Margaret, make him look away. She's had to start pre-watching Tenfei videos before she could show them to Henry. So she knows what parts to, like, sneeze or accidentally spill her cup of tea all over Henry's head right when they come up. He's like, oh, gee whiz, Margaret, the 3rd degree burns. I'm going to see you just like fucking McDonald's, Margaret. Just you wait and see. You're in cahoots with that clown Tenfei, aren't you? What are you hiding, Margaret? What rare item did he waste, Margaret? You know I keep a running tally of every Magnum bullet. He just carves the inside of his arm like Kakio, and when he was trying to convince everybody else that that baby was a stand user and that they needed to beat the shit out of him for every Magnum bullet I fire. He calls it his 10 Mata. Okay, we're having fun. Laughs guaranteed they're being shared, but we got to start planning and thinking and figuring and supposing. All right, we're going to place both of them. Oh, this roll of film, by the way, I was having too great a time, is the hiding places. So we won't have to come back for the sewers for that reason, but spoilers. I've become self-conscious of how much I just say the word spoilers. Once I started editing my Final Fantasy III TMVA, because spoilers, I say it a lot. When I watch Tenfei, he says spoilers a lot. Oh wait, I need a hand grenade. How embarrassing. Horseshoes, completely optional. Because there's a big pack of motherfuckers standing at the end of this hall. I'm going to throw a hand grenade, and that will deal with them all. Spoilers, it doesn't. Oh no, I didn't even do that intentionally as a joke. The word spoilers just flows out of me. I don't want to deal with Elliot, so we're going to put a few bullets in him to taste. Alright. Surely there's no zombies standing out here in the hallway awaiting to grab me. Once again, like the creepy old man ghosts in that episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? The Tale of the Bookish Babysitter, I believe it was called. I like how the sound of that completely goes away, or at least it does in my right earphone that's currently on my ear. You're like, earphone? What the hell is that? You can't just make up terrible new technology. Alright, what do we need over here? I think we're alright. Nobody worry about us. Why you gotta give me a fight? Gonna make me swear a cuss. If we don't ever look at Marvin, we can't ever feel bad. And if we don't ever get near him, I always get hung on that couch when I try to dramatically run down that hallway. Crash Bandicoot style. How we doing it? You know it's Big Bandicoot style, baby. That didn't really flow right. I think, you know, it's Bandicoot style, maybe. I'll workshop this later. Maybe fit a little bit of the Men in Black theme in there, too. Alright, who do we want to deal with? The guy downstairs, there we don't have any boards to prevent him from busting in. But he won't bust in until we're there to see him. Observing the window he's beaten on changes the outcome of whether it gets busted through or not. We could go ahead and deal with these assholes up here that are guarding the large gear. My voice is a bit raspy today. I don't think I could do my terrible Metal Gear Awesome Solid Snake impression. Yeah, he's Baldhead Fred. And surely he's dead. LOL. These guys will grab us later. Oh, here's the hand for that statue, by the way. Yeah, these guys will bother us later. Probably when Mr. X is chasing us. If we don't deal with them now. If we don't nip it in the bud. Where are you going? I already told you that Baldhead Fred is surely dead. You're not going to try to avenge him, are you? He needs another shotgun shell put in him is what he needs. Oh, I took the 3-burst stock off of this thing to save us some room because we are going to be running around grabbing items. But it might not have been 100% necessary. You know what? I'm just going to leave you be and hope that you don't bother me someday. I'm sure that won't cause our downfall. It's like taking pity on a goblin child and letting them go. They're just going to beat your head in with a rock. The Goblin Slayer knew. He was the only one brave enough to say, Soka. Alright, what are we doing? Who are these people? I want to go ahead and deal with some liquors in the hallways. I should have brought that damn book with me. Now we got to make another extra trip. Well, we have to go up there anyway to fall off the ladder later. So I guess it's not a huge deal. Right, Marvin? You just hang in there. If I never acknowledge that you're a zombie now, then you're not a zombie. Those are the rules. I guess we can go ahead and use this thing up. Up in here, up in here. This one knife should be all we need, but I guess we could grab a second knife for fun and profit. Okay, cool. So we can go in here and go ahead and deal with this one liquor. None of those zombies that are hanging out in the hall should aggro onto us if we're real careful and believe in ourselves and the heart of the flashbang. Gaia, the fierce knife. Cleave this liquor's asshole in twain. Alright, he's dead. Once they throw a big fucking shit fit, you know they're dead. Now I want to deal with the one out here outside the evidence locker. But the problem is there's going to be zombies. I don't like dealing with zombies when I'm trying to cut up a liquor. But I'm probably going to need to run down that hallway later when Mr. X is in hot pursuit. This is going to wake up the safe man. Is it safe? Safe man? Is it safe? Spoilers, it's not. Alright. Hopefully nobody's crowding around this liquor so I can just go out there and cut the dog shit out of him. That lady that fell like a sack of peeling potatoes and the window zombie are all going to be hanging out over there. Okay, good. Let's just take a peek. Yeah, everyone knows about you. Everyone hates you already. Boom. There. A great justice was served. Alright, that's about all the pre-gaming we need to do before we unleash Mr. X. Even if we claim that we can't get it on our own, Mr. X will deliver it to us. It being an ass whipping. Oh yeah, I was going to go use that thing up too. Oh yeah, that liquor is still up there in the stars hallway too. That's why they made flashbangs and knives. Baby. Grab that. Oh yeah, we need to develop this damn film too. Damn if we ain't got something to do. Busy, busy, busy. You'll notice we ain't found a single button for that thing. Hey guy, how you doing? I don't want to waste all my shotgun shells on you, so I'm just going to shoot you with handgun bullets till you fall down. Johnny Cage is on his way here with a signed autograph so that he can personally tell you that you need to fall down. Hiding places. I'd have never thought to look in Wesker's desk, and I'd have never thought to look in a random desk drawer in another room. How clever. I'm going to find Wesker's bag of Milky Ways, son. And they're the midnight dark Milky Ways too, boys. You know he'll be so mad. Brad Vickers will try to make him feel better by getting him a replacement bag, but he'll get the Milky Ways that are all caramel. And Wesker will be like, you fool. It needs the nougat for balance. For balance, Mr. Vickers. Also, the caramel makes my teeth hurt. And he's done, son. Cool, we can run around with impunity. And if we equip the white cape, we'll run around with imp immunity as well. Plus increased magic evasion. Which if you're playing the original Super Nintendo version of Final Fantasy VI, or Final Fantasy III as the Bakagaijin used to call it, that's good because physical evasion doesn't do anything. Magic evasion is flat busted. You throw a paladin shield and some force armor and a ribbon on one of your characters and they ain't gonna die. Okay, this single gunpowder won't cause me problems. And I'm fine with it. Now we're going to have to deal with the 2 zombies out here where you change the water direction. But I think we'll be alright. Nobody worry about us. I think I already done that joke. Can I have your scepter, please? He's like, damn you. Is your stars badge so important that you have to take my royal scepter, you heartless monster? You're a shitty statue puzzle in a Resident Evil game. How dare you put on such airs? As if anybody could care. Arms will not be. No, arms will exclusively be up in the air. Showing that they just don't care. Almost got that backwards. We're going to need that flashbang for the prison escape sequence. I don't even have to point out the nightmare the Occupational Safety and Health Administration would have at the sight of that. Now down here at the end of the rainy alley are good times. We're like reverse little Bruce Wayne, son. We only have good times in the rainy alleyways. Is some red herbage. Alright, the 2 of them are going to bust through. I've got 1 shotgun shell. So Baldhead Fred. We surely need him dead. And then there's this lady. The Misty type zombies, they call her, because of her attire. Because Misty from Pokemon invented short shorts and short t-shirts with suspenders. And dressing up as a sexy Goldeen. Okay, store all this garbage. What do we actually need? We're going to need that eventually. So we might as well have it in our inventories. Precious. I wouldn't mind some more shotgun shells, so I guess we could spare a big gunpowder and a gunpowder bee just this once, because we've been real good. Vegetable consumption has reached maximum levels. We're going to be grabbing the Magnum soon. It would be nice to have bullets for it. For our bullet shooting Magnum. Can we just take everything with us so we don't have to hit up another item box? We got to pick up that lever. And okay, the key will disappear. This thing will combine with the box. We're going to throw this during the prison escape. This knife is actually not necessary. I think we can do it. Believe in ourselves. We were super lucky to get that crit headshot on the quote-unquote Misty zombie. I realized I was so busy explaining that to y'all who probably already know that. I was explaining shit you already knew to you. I forgot to point that out. I forgot to say grace for the crit headshot. Alright, let's see if we get really lucky. And Mr. X just walks away. Like he's stirring Good Eats pancake batter. Son. I know it's got lumps in it. They're going to cook out. Okay, we did. If he goes downstairs, we're double lucky. My God. Just stand here. Don't give him any reason to come back over this way. Yeah, you love to see it. As soon as I hear him go through that door, I'm going to start running. Yeah. I'll grab this, and if we don't have room for it, I can just throw it away. It's the perfect plan. A victimless crime to throw away a green herb during your modded challenge playthrough. Yeah, you keep doing your thing. Nobody cares. The puzzle box. The puzzle box. You gotta wonder who put this damn thing in here. I guess it was like Barry or Chris before they left because they didn't want like irons to get the Desert Eagle or the SMG. He stood there in the STARS office just fuming for hours as soon as the outbreak started when he saw that he couldn't open that cage and get the good shit. Hey, friend. Everyone cares about you, I promise. Alright, he's not dead, clearly, but we can also ignore him. I thought we were going to get a Mr. X surprise shortcut for a second there. Alright, hopefully we don't run into him. As I'm prancing down the halls with nary a care. He might be out here in the central hallway if we're really unlucky. I hear faint waffle stomping. Mr. X, are you down there trying to talk to Marvin? He has a condition. Alright, the music is playing, which means he's aware of me. He's become wary of me, and he should be too. If we make it to the STARS office, we're safe, son. Ollie ollie oxen free, as they say. Anybody? Okay, good. And since we ain't got to be scared of liquors, we can just run. Find me a pair of scissors, son. I'll make you a Weird Al Yankovic album. Plug it in, plug it in. Yeah, I like having you on the right button better. Now that's a handgun for a gentleman in a tactical gas mask to have. I guess we'll get the extended barrel for it later. I know how you kids worry when I don't put the extended barrel on my Magnum. Okay. I'm starting to realize the foolishness of how we done our inventory, thinking we can do all of this in one trip. Could mix some shotgun shells and break some hearts. Alright. Mr. X is probably somewhere else. Not nearby is where I would hypothesize Mr. X is. So, once again, with nary a care in the world, we prance about the RPD. There's going to be a bunch of zombies here in the west hallway that we're going to have to deal with as we grab the lever. And remember, that summons Mr. X to your location. The moment you pick that lever up, Mr. X would like to know your location. Okay. Remember, this is going to be the end of the spade key. So we ain't got to worry about that. I'm almost tempted to bring burst handgun back into vogue. But I got my Magnum. In fact, we could do that for now. Alright, this guy's going to fall in here. Like a sack of taters, as always. And we're going to make sure that he doesn't bother us afterwards. Goodbye. Zombie has been deleted. Alright, I don't think there's an item right there. Yeah. Yeah, no. Free hand grenades. A free t-shirt. Alright, if we're lucky, Mr. X will be coming from the dangerous end of this hallway. But if we're not lucky, he's going to be right here. Luck be a tyrant tonight. I hear waffle stomping. Yep, he cut us off at the pass, boys. If we'd have just run with hope in our heart, we probably could have gotten past him. But I hesitated. Alright, I ain't about to go running through all that crowd, so we're just going to loop around here. If only we had the heart key, we'd be so free. I was so busy reminiscing about other scenarios that I forgot that Mr. X was currently in the middle of giving it to us. Alright, I think we got just enough time to shoot up to the library, get them bookshelves in order, and get the hell on. Although he is right fucking behind us. We still... Oh, Fat Chubbs has been activated. I guess maybe once you grab this item, he gets activated. Fat Chubbs' quantum status fluctuates based on puzzle items. Alright, just move you down real quick. And Bob's your uncle. This is going to activate the ass eater, but we shouldn't have to come through here again if we're lucky. I hear you, Mr. X. Nobody's impressed with your temper tantrum. Alright, let's see if we can pre-game this guy right here. Pop. And then there's this asshole. A bald head Fred variant, as you can see. Got a match with Mr. X could chase you in here. You'd be 100% teetotally fucked. In a sport-like manner. Big gun powders. He's got them big gun powders. I didn't realize how raspy my throat was today until I started this recording. I was just thinking back on the Albert Wesker impression I did earlier and how terrible it was, even for Tenpei standards. I need some chamomile tea or eucalyptus or whatever the hell's supposed to be good for your throat. Honey. Honey. I got some Honey Nut Cheerios. Does that count? I ain't watching this cutscene. You and me both, buddy. What a day. It's a living. Okay, Mr. X, are you out here? Malice and spite. Now remember, we left one zombie alive in here. Potentially two. So, we can't just run in here all carefree. Yeah, there he is. Filling my life with misery and woe. Bald head Fred. Well, I did blow his head off, so he surely is dead. Just this once. Just this once, bald head Fred. You got by with it. Alright, I should be good to just run down to the parking garage. And I'll face nary an obstacle. I was 100% expecting Mr. X to erupt out of that door. Oh, where am I going? How many of this crowd is still moving? There's Elliot, of course. And this guy. Everyone's favorite. Okay, I can't let Elliot grab me while I'm dealing with this asshole. Yeah, the one hand grenade's not quite enough. Normally I make sure they're all permanently down, but you know, limited resources, playing a challenge mod. You kids know how these things go. Why are you not down there? Alright, we're just going to run through this room and pray. We're just going to have hope in our heart. I've not quite mastered the strategy of running through here 100% of the time without getting hit. But we're going to zigzag and bob and weave. The bobbing, the weaving, they've given us great strength. Great strength! I wasn't scared and you kids weren't either. None of our assholes clenched for that brief moment. For a horrifying moment, I was like, oh god, did I bring both conductor cubes with me? A stank of epic proportions it would have been if I'd forgot the cube conductors. Alright, you need to go that way, you need to go that way, you need to go that way. This goes like this. Look at that. The kids at home don't even consider that a puzzle. It's like a 4-piece jigsaw puzzle then. No secret bathroom first aid spray hooch in the corner, son. DIY bin bought a chili. Wow, I just realized the game does that thing where it won't let you aim at NPCs, even though he's quite deceased.
Das erklärt nicht die Gerüchte über das Waisenhaus. Ich finde, es ist ein zu großer Zufall, dass Umbrella einer der Stifter ist.
Sie sagten, in diesem Interview ginge es um das neue Stipendium von Umbrella.
Kommen Sie, Annette, das interessiert doch keinen. Die wollen mehr über das G-Virus wissen und das...
Wo haben Sie davon gehört?
Und das verdammt große Loch mitten in der Stadt, von dem man übrigens munkelt, es führe direkt in Ihr Untergrundlabor. Also, werden Sie mir jetzt antworten oder...
Dieses Interview ist vorbei.
Miststück.
Well, we got all that secret lore. By the book prison escape sequence. 100% of the time, it works 100% of the time, as long as you do everything just right. Mr. X threw a haymaker, son. A genuine slobber knocker was hurled in our direction. Flashbang, justice! Ooh. And it gets the guy on the floor, too, so that's why you don't really have to worry about him, as long as you got a flashbang. And a hope in your heart.
Wird langsam öde. Deinen Arsch retten schon zweimal.
Ich wusste ja nicht, dass du mitzählst.
Hör zu, das ist kein Spiel.
Das glaube ich jetzt nicht.
Hier unten stirbt nichts. Ich schätze, du hast die Karte?
Ja, und das. Ich hab gehofft, du kannst mir sagen, was drauf ist.
Möglich. Wenn ich es gehört habe. Erst nichts wie raus.
And that was the end of Mr. X.
Wir sollten vielleicht das Tor aufmachen.
We'll just have to worry about Mr. Y and Mr. Z showing up. The least popular books in the Mr. series, or whatever that series is called, the Mr. Man series. I'm sure you kids know what I'm talking about. Just another rainy night on the streets, boys. Yeah, this whole thing right here is like not related to the viral outbreak at all. It's just like an entire section of the street just collapsed, apparently, because there was nothing under it. I'm telling you, it's got to hurt foot traffic for gun shop Kendo. Remember original Resident Evil 2's gun shop Kendo, son? That had soul, son. Remember when old thing was good? Tenfei Farms remembers. Remember fixed camera angles? We can make our shotgun the big shotgun later. Read Jill Valentine's bonus note that they added. Oh yeah, Robert Kendo. I don't feel like dealing with Robert Kendo. He's such a drama llama, son.
Du kennst die Umbrella Corporation, ja? Das Pharmaunternehmen stellt im Geheimen Biowaffen her. Die haben ein Virus. Es verwandelt Menschen in unzerstörbare...
I can't hear you, Ada. I ran ahead impatiently. You're going to have to yell at the back side of me as I disappear over the horizon.
Und deshalb suche ich nach Annette Birkin. Sie ist bei Umbrella verantwortlich für die Verbreitung des Virus. Willkommen zu Annette.
Nach dem, was du sagst, passt die Kanalisation gut.
Schöne Sache. Nach dir.
Oh, danke. Schwer vorstellbar, eine echte Forscherin hier unten.
Laut Einsatzzentrale führt das direkt zu Umbrellas geheimer Anlage.
Komm schon, die Stadt verwaltet die Kanalisation. Wie können die eine Anlage haben, ohne dass die Behörden davon wissen?
Willkommen in Amerika. Umbrella kontrolliert Raccoon City seit Jahren.
Scheiße! War das ein Erdbeben?
Das will ich doch hoffen.
Of course there's nothing there. Couldn't think of anything to say while we were running down the tunnels.
Was zum Teufel?
Alright, Ada, me and you together as a team are going to have to fight the big alligator. Also, what is the point of this little area we're entering to? Like, in the actual canon of this being the sewers, it's just like a little walkway. Is it so you can maintain that fan? Or look at this section of piping? Maybe.
Bist du sicher, das ist der richtige Weg?
Leider ja.
Warte da. Scheiße!
Leon! Schnell raus da!
Verdammte Scheiße! Kau da dran, du übergroßer Mistkerl.
You tell him, buddy. No free bonus hand grenade here. And real survivors don't get sewer hand grenades. Because they don't deserve them.
Leon, hier oben!
Was zur Hölle war?
Komm einfach hoch! Sag nicht, ich hätte dich nicht gewarnt.
Du sagtest, das Virus verwandelt Menschen in Monster, nicht Reptilien.
Guter Punkt. Bin nur beeindruckt, dass du noch in einem Stück bist.
I see. Awkward silent walk to the elevator is almost as bad as the silent elevator ride, son. It's just the prelude. We'll stand right here so that we can have a real stern conversation with Ada.
Nur, dass ich das richtig verstehe. Umbrella verkauft Monster wie das da an wen? Unser Militär? Jemand anderes?
Sie verkaufen keine Monster. Sie verkaufen Viren, die Monster machen. Und Annette macht die Viren. So fürchterlich der Alligator auch war. Annette ist viel gefährlicher.
Did she just say they don't sell the monsters? They sell the monster mash? My God, Umbrella can't have such power, because it's a graveyard smash, son.
Zweifelsohne Williams Werk.
Identifizieren Sie sich.
Annette Birkin.
Ist das die Gesuchte?
Kaum noch Zeit. Muss entsorgt werden. Wir wollen das G-Virus. Das kriegen Sie nicht. Ich warne Sie, Doktor.
Ach ja?
Hey!
Stopp! Sie kriegen das G-Virus nie!
Wie überraschend für eine Forscherin. Leon.
Kümmere dich nicht um mich. Geh. Schnapp sie, bevor sie verschwindet.
Ich bin direkt vor der Einrichtung und verfolge Annette. Wenn sie es nicht hat, muss es im Nest sein. Sobald ich es habe, lasse ich mich hier rausholen. Laufen Sie ruhig, Annette. Sie entkommen mir nicht.
Boys, it was awfully nice of Ada to use her clothes beam power that she learned from Piccolo to create this nice jacket to drape over bullet shot Leon.
Zeit für die Spezialwaffe.
Time for Leet Hacks. Leet Hacking with Ada. Be a fairly popular public access show. I'd give it at least a cursory glance. Alright. Let's see how different Ada Wong's sewer adventures are in Real Survivor DIY. We're probably not going to get a chemical flamethrower and a rocket launcher like the randomizer gives you, unfortunately. Alright, we definitely want this guy to have one less leg so he can't follow us out of this room. One thing I like about Ada's little gun that she shares with the sheriff from the gas station is the reticle stays zoomed in as long as you don't move it. The characters from Madagascar are not fans of it. Yeah, that's not handgun bullets. I hate to be the one to tell you this. That was a knife. Alright, Fat Chubs, there ain't no reason why me and you can't be friends. I'm going to try to pre-game this lady's legs a little bit before she starts chasing us. And then I'm going to skedaddle. Alright, this guy's going to fall down. We should be able to get one of his legs off before he can stand up. There we go. Hit this with a hack. Well, look at that. 2 big gunpowders. Big gunny powders, son. We'll take over New Namek and get our revenge on Son Goku lickety-split. See, we pre-gamed her knees. Layla would be impressed. Now, Fat Chubs, on the other hand. Just stagger him and run, baby. Well, that was a different loadout than you get in the vanilla game, but in some ways it was easier. See, if we hadn't have blown that original zombie's leg off, he'd meet us right about there. And then we'd have to deal with this bullshit. Speaking of dealing with bullshit, if it ain't the queen of shit herself, Annette Birkin. Or Twerkin Birkin, as they call her. When she's had a few too mojitos and somebody loads up TikTok. Alright, luckily, as long as we play this cool and by the book, Mr. X will never catch up with us. I suppose we could see how close he is, though. But hey, Mr. X. Don't mind me. I'm just being Ada, the spy. Toggling levers, son. That's only a lady involved in espionage can pull something like that off. We'll get our slap bracelet and go.
Bravo. Freuen Sie mich jetzt lebendig. Sie kriegen Jean nie in ihre Drecksfinger. Bin nicht als Einzige dahinterher. Das wissen Sie.
Dann sterben Sie nicht allein.
I fucking told her. You think I can't hack my way out of a hell trap? They don't call me Hell Hacker Wong for nothing. Easy peasy.
Das Miststück weiß, was sie tut.
Besucherrechte bestätigt. Ihre ID ist gültig bis 1. Oktober. Bitte bis zu diesem Datum zurückgeben.
Könnt ihr vergessen.
She refused to open that door just because of the way we had the camera turned. Fine. I'll put the camera in a more mature spot, Ada, if you're going to be like that.
Schluss mit dem Katz-und-Maus-Spiel.
Das Spiel ist aus.
Verloren. Sagen Sie mir, ist Ihr Mann noch am Leben? Oder ist er eliminiert? Und Sie ernten die Lorbeeren für Jean.
Interessante Theorie.
Wenn Sie nicht kooperieren, hole ich eine Probe vom Nest. Nur über meine Leiche. Wenn ich ihn brauche.
Ada. Ada? Verdammt. Ada? Wo bist du?
I'm sure Ada's fine. Her pants look tight enough that it would stop blood loss from a puncture wound. I feel like she could have made a little bit more effort to avoid that fate she ends up in during that cutscene. Like, she sees Annette's moving all this shit around the room with levers and toggles, like she's Dr. fucking Robotnik. God, now I'm just reminded there probably exists an Ada the Hedgehog. You're like, if there isn't, then there's going to be. Where is... Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I figured we might as well make this the big Matilda for the sewers. Should we make our shotgun the big shotgun? Whew, that's when things get tough. That's when you got to start making decisions about how you plan on handling your sewer level. Or do we want the lightning hook? Times are tough. I think we'll take this load out for now. Mainly because I want to keep the Nighthawk equipped because I look cool. It's more of a decorative piece. Oh. How foolish. I thought that would be items available. I thought that items would be declared. Oh, I just realized there's a bunch of zombies here that I'm going to wish that I was able to just kill. And that I was such a fool to not bring more ordnance. But I'm sure you kids will understand. I'm skeptical there's going to be ammo or anything laying over here, but I'd be remiss if I didn't look. Alright, we don't have to deal with that particular bald head Fred zombie, since we sniped him from above, or below, excuse me. Death from below. See, normally I would like to go ahead and decap this guy and this guy, because they'll activate when we come back later. But as for current active targets, there's just this guy. Or there was that guy. He's picked up a new line of work as a Tetris block. Because he was in an L shape. You kids get it. I heard somebody in the back exhale loudly through their nostrils. It's the best sign I could have gotten that the joke landed. Son, what if it just turned into the fourth survivor right here? We'd be in a situation. We ain't got the resources to get through the fourth survivor. See if I can get these two. I probably can't defeat them now because I don't have any way to blow their knees off. But if I can aggro this particular fat chub skinny Lenny combo and have them hanging out down here, then when we come down those stairs later, it'll be less of a hassle. I could use up a bunch of handgun bullets trying to blow their kneecaps off, but I have a feeling they'd get real tenacious. I'm gonna try just fat chubs. There we go. Huh, his knee must have not completely fell off because he would have flopped like a fish. Yeah, like he was listening to the SpongeBob theme song. I got enough bullets to deal with Skinny Lenny's knees too. I say that, but I may have been the biggest fool of all. Yeah, I don't think either of them are actually dead. We'll find out later when they grab us and I throw a big fit. Wake up, idiot. It's run past you o'clock. Our handgun bullets, you know, aren't super valuable right this second. Of course, I don't know how scarce the end game is going to be. I don't know if I've made it all the way to the lab in any of my trial of this mod. So, I have no idea just how stingy it's going to be. Look! A key for the raccoon evidence locker. Oh joy. Suzaku Flame Blast. Hell yeah, my Magnum was thirsty.
gar nicht gut an. Komm schon. Ada. Ich komme, Ada.
We'll get there eventually, Ada. You just sleep it off. Treat having a piece of debris jabbed through your leg like a bad hangover. Just drink some water, eat a greasy breakfast, and you'll be fine. We'll go ahead and pre-game these plugs that we can. Alright, what order do we want to do this place in? Let's see. Don't need that gun stock right this second. Okay, I'm thinking let's do the Oregon Trail, as the cool kids call it, with all the G mutants. We'll get through there first. So I'm going to want a couple of items in case I get grabbed and spooked. This should be enough to get us through there. And these trying times, etc. I guess we could get the stock for the shotgun. Although I think it looks worse without the long barrel. Maybe we won't get it. Hunk strikes me as the type who would just use the cool long barrel pistol grip. Like the Resident Evil 3 shotgun. Okay. Alright. That zombie over there is guarding a gunpowder, so we'll grab that on the way back. Now, Fat Chubbs and Skinny Lenny, even though we didn't permanently put them down, they should still be over there. This guy's going to wake up later and bother us, so let's just deal with him preemptively. How does that sound? Real smart and cool. I'm glad you kids agree. One of the most dangerous corridors in all of RE2 Remake. But as always, as long as we believe ourselves and the heart of the Magnum, will be fine. An additional hand grenade, just in case.
Was zum Teufel war das?
Alright, here's the plan. Skedaddle past you. Put this hand grenade. Let this guy grab... Oh, wow. Usually he grabs me and I hit him with a hand grenade, and in the confusion you can get around him. But we got super lucky and he just kind of ignored us for a second. Beggars cannot be choosers. Of course, there wouldn't be anything up there with the shoes. Of course, there wouldn't be nothing in our size. Well, this blue herb is the first blue herb of the playthrough, boys. The first blue herb of spring. Alright, if we're quick and crafty, we cannot have to deal with this guy. Quick being just running past him right here. And we get him to follow us upstairs. We want him upstairs. Oh, I forgot that that thing is sealed. Never mind. We'll deal with him the old-fashioned way. Don't forget your chemical flamethrower. Even if it's your first blind playthrough that you're doing for your YouTube channel with a good friend, don't forget the flamethrower. You'll look like a huge tool. on the internet. You just had to pray Jones doesn't find out when he's there on them internets. I should hire Jones to do a Tenfei commercial. Talk about engagement. Alright, let's see if we have as easy a time escaping the Oregon Trail. I think they made an actual video game called The Oregon Trail, did they not? Okay, there's one of you. Ideally, we want him to do the big grand slam. Damn it, he brought his friend. G-Mutant 2. Okay, if you're going to be spitting babies and doing immature shit like that, then I'm going to leave the room. Until you decide to be a mature G-Mutant and leave me the hell alone. If we get grabbed, I want to use this knife. We do want as many grenades as we can save for the final Super Tyrant. When Mr. X gets big and clawy. Once Mr. X has cracked open a white claw, there's no longer any law. Alright, as soon as he goes to sink into the water, we're going to sneak past him. Go ahead, idiot. Nobody cares. Alright, we're committed now, so we're going to have to hope and pray that nobody busts up in front of us. Despite how good it might make them feel. No, busting makes you feel good, yo. Dono. Yanate. Oh, he got me with the old backhand. I always forget about that one. Alright, I'll take getting backhanded. Once. As a lesson. Lesson learned. This guy's going to come up, but if we move back about this far and then wait for him to pop up, you can just run right around him. If you do everything right and don't fuck up, dodging G-Mutants works. But if you get grabbed without a self-defense item, that's going to be a lot of damage. Poison damage is the first ever crossover between Phil Swift and Ernest P. Worrell's snake handler character from Ernest Saves Christmas, Son. Okay, is there anything? Not really. Not really. I want to grab that gunpowder he was guarding, but I left myself no open slots. Oh, you'll notice they don't give you any flamethrower fuel. There is some in the RPD in the hidden spot that I completely forgot to check. I also didn't go into Wesker's desk and get the red dot sight. I'm sure none of you kids watching at home noticed. I'm sure nobody is yelling at their TV screen because y'all are real mature like that. I guess we'll go ahead and... Well, I was going to say we'll go ahead and make an RGB heal. The good shit. One of them component heals. They give you the best quality. In the UK, they have their SCART heals. But they only heal you 50 out of 60%. Okay. Alright, we're going to have to deal with 1, 2, 3 zombies. The Magnum will take care of them. Magnum, I graduated Magnum Come Loudly. So we ain't even got to worry about them. We ain't even got to front. Neat. You can always grab that gunpowder when we're leaving with Ada, because he despawns at that point. And I guess we could grab the shotgun stock at that time too, since you all worry and fret about it nonstop. Okay, you crowd decided to finally wake back up to justice, maybe. Now, I did put a lot of bullets in your legs, so I like to think I could blow one of them off. Or, you know, you could just die. I like that too. I like that creative choice you made. Now, Fat Chubs might be down there in the water. Fat Chubs go in the water. G-mutant in the water. 21 green herbs went down there in that sewer. 3 came out. The skinny Lenny, he take the risk. You ever seen Annette Birkin's eyes, Chief? They're like doll's eyes. Cold, black, hateful bitch eyes. I wish I could put more twang in these terrible impressions I'm doing. But once again, I've got scraggly voice. I don't think I'm getting ill. I don't feel ill. I don't feel like a mofo. But maybe that's how I prove I'm the illest of all. And here's our other weapons, or storage locker, or evidence locker key. One of them combination of words described it. Hey, buddy. Bye, buddy. Oh, wait, I need that to stay down. I forgot I gotta go open that door. It'll just give us more time to play with Fat Chubs. Well, ain't you real hardy? Name him Carl's fucking Jr. He's so hardy. I like your stylish pose. You died in. He died in stylish repose. And we're rewarded with a blue herb and a regular gunpowder. Talk about being fucking lucky, son. Talk about hashtag blessed. I have a feeling that this guy ain't done. Yeah. He's crawling. His wounds, they will not heal. So we ain't too worried about him. Bonus knife. Bonus bullets. Now, one thing to remember is we couldn't seal any of the windows, remember, so there are going to be active zombies up here as we scrounge about for provisions and sundries. Oh, yeah, I should have brought that badge. I should have turned in my badge. Oh, we can do it on the way back down. So how you kids doing? What's your opinion so far of the DIY survival mod? You definitely got to scrounge about a lot more than you might be used to. Unfortunately, we do have to acknowledge Marvin's condition at this point. But we should be able to just run away from him like heroes. I'll put that in my inventory side. Don't forget it. Stop on your stars badge. Don't forget it. Just in case we get grabbed one of these knives. But I like to think since we're running around with this cool Magnum, everybody will be too impressed to grab us. Right, Marvin?
Marvin! Oh nein. Verdammt.
Just wait till the B scenario when Blarvin is out there to join him. Alright. Now this zombie is going to be standing in here, but he loves to look through that door, so as long as you don't bother him, he won't bother you. Yeah, we could have gotten all this before we even went to the sewers originally. Those guys should still be in here, hating and patrolling. We do have to keep Marvin in mind as we pass through the main hall these days. Got a lot of places to hide. Alright, what order are we doing this in? We got to hit up the STARS office, and we got to hit up the evidence locker. Now, there are going to be people in this hallway, causing me worry and strife. Maybe. I do appreciate that the mod maker didn't put the portable safes in the game and just straight up gives you the key parts like in a randomizer. You don't get the fun joy, quote unquote, of solving them damn puzzles. So now we do get rewarded with quite a bit of ammo. All kinds of gunpowders. Fantastical magic gunpowders made themselves known to me. Today I held up my 2 spare keypad keys and proclaimed to have the powder. I like to think these are the gunpowders that HUNK starts with in the 4th Survivor, son. It makes sense if you don't think about it. Okay, there's you on the stairs. If we go around the other way, we got to go through the library, and remember that Fat Chubbs and the ass-eating zombie are both quite active. I'm afraid you'll find the library bunch to be quite operational when your friends arrive. Alright, we're just going to run for it. Good job stopping me, idiot. Now I'm going to go get a laser dot scope for my magnum and then never miss another magnum shot again. Pause here for y'all to stop laughing at that statement. Yes, the Rebecca Chambers film roll is in there, and no, we're not going to go develop it. Give me all the puppy dog eyes you want, son. You'll just have to look that shit up later. Oh wait, I forgot. I already talked about how the library bunch were in here. Library bunch? Yeah, Fat Chubbs, you're real fucking clever, you know that? I can't believe I tried to have peaceful resolutions with you. Well, if we're going to go back this way, I guess just because y'all demanded it so much, we will develop the Rising Rookie photo on the way. If we get a chance to stop by the dark room, if the photo developing ice cream machine isn't broken, we'll develop it and get you a hot fudge sundae. Y'all knew I had to make a joke about that when I brought up sundries earlier. That's one of them 10 Fate Ultra moments. Is there any chance you could just fuck off and leave us alone? I don't want to waste a magnum bullet on this guy. He ain't worth the magnum. If we could stagger him, we could run past him. Okay, I just gotta hope. That's a stagger, giving us swagger. No, I was about to sing about Merle Haggard. It was too much. Yeah, the stairs slowed me down enough that I couldn't breeze right past him. But that's okay. It's just going to lower our difficulty adjust before we fight William Birkin in the crane yard. Our worst Billy B fight by far. With limited resources. There she is. Waiting for the day somebody makes a mod that replaces that picture with Lola Bunny cosplaying as Rebecca Chambers, cosplaying as a basketball RBD player. It'll happen at some point in the future. The AI. The Lola Bunny AI that'll take over the internet will make it happen. Okay, Marvin's just kind of hanging out. Alright, I think that's the end of our RPD adventures. Adventures in Marvin City. Can he follow you all the way down in here? To the elevator? Probably. Mr. X can't, but Marvin's got, more authority in here than Mr. X. By a long shot. Huh, I guess he can. Good for him. Good for Marvin. Alright, what do we want when we're down here? We got a couple of zombies to get past. But other than that, we should be fine. We should be fine. Famous last words. I'm wondering how determined he is. Maybe I'll call the elevator up in advance just in case. Bye-bye, Marvin. I'll always remember you and the good times when you saved me and gave me a cool knife. Watch, for some dumb reason, I'll have to come back up this elevator and Marvin will just be standing right there ready, like a jack-in-the-box. He'll have a big rubber band pulled back like a big slingshot, like Wile E. Coyote, and he'll just launch himself at us. This makes the Magnum the big Magnum. I think the Magnum looks cooler without the scope on the top of it, but it's so useful that, you know, I'm going to take it. Have we found any more Magnum? We found the ones in the Suzaku Flame Blast locker and the Devil's Cry Maybe locker. I think those are the only naturally occurring Magnum bullets that we found. Okay, he's still shuffling about. Oh, I forgot we got to take the damn rook plug. Alright, Fat Chubs, I could see you're angry. And I could see that I'm terrible at aiming at you while backing away. But it'll be alright. The nuclear missile that's going to show up shortly will make everything alright. You'll wonder why you worried about any of this in the first place. It'll all seem silly in the nuclear hellfire. Now there's going to be these 3 zombies. These 3 zombies of the sewer are being huge assholes and traveling so far. If we can get them both closer to this wall, we can try to run around them. You'll notice she's a library bunch type zombie. Very powerful, almost as powerful as the asshole jumpsuit zombie, aka this asshole. In fact, let's just put him out of our misery. I was like, dear God, tell me I brought the T-valve handle, but I did. But I did. Alright, we're basically done with the sewers. We've just got to beat Crane Yard Billy. The flamethrower is really good against him, but not only do we not have the fuel regulator, but you know they're going to be stingy with that shit. You know they ain't going to give us enough for all the Gangle men. Okay, grab this so I can put it in the box before I save. Before I do my pre-Billy save routine. Oh yeah, it was a hand grenade, not a gunpowder. Ain't I quite the fool? 2, 12, and 8. The Outsider Final Fantasy Trilogy. Do some big gun camera runs. We'll go ahead and grab whatever scant resources the mod maker has deigned to provide us here before we do our pre-Billy save. Because as long as we don't activate the power panel, we ain't got to fight Billy. He ain't got to come in there angry that we're going to run his light bill sky high. 1 hand grenade was all we were gifted. It was all we deserved, really. Yep. If only we had like a 30-foot pole that we could stick through the door and flip those switches up. Then Billy couldn't trap us in there. Okay, what are we actually going to take to fight Billy with? Other than knives. You don't even have to say it. I'd love to use hand grenades on him, and I probably need to. But I also love to save them for the final Super Tyrant. The 3-shot burst would be good if we had a lot of handgun bullets. Let's go ahead and put this fuel in this flamethrower, just so we ain't got to worry about it later. Oh yeah. Such chemical, much flamethrower. Tell you what we could do. We could save before we make any plans, and that way if we stank it up too much, we can try a different strategy. I like the way you kids think. Tactical saving. Alright, so in the meantime, let's take this out there. I really don't want to use the flamethrower on him. Do we make a bunch of magnum bullets, or do we make a bunch of shotgun shells and give him shotgun hell? We could make a lot more shotgun shells than we can magnum bullets. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make that bold decision. Let's spec full shoddy. Shoddy too hottie spec, I believe they call it. Officially. You and you and you and you and you and you. Boom, boom, boom. That might not have been a terrible lot more shotgun shells than we could have made magnum bullets, but that's the thought that counts. When we're fighting them, we're going to want at least one healing item, probably more. There's probably not a bunch of them laying out there for us. Yeah, let's take 2. Alright. Pray for me, son. Shoddy too hottie. Believe in the heart of the shotgun. If we're reduced to shooting them with the Matilda, we're going to want it to be the big Matilda, so let's do that. That's a respectable Billy Birkin fighting inventory. Flashbangs would be useful. He has one in the arena, does he, in this mode? Why risk it? Oh, maybe because I have no flashbang grenades. Remember, we squandered one, the hallway zombie, the fiery hallway zombie. Took one of our flashbangs from us. It's useful for making sure the crane fucking hits him after you knock him down and he gets up again, because you're never going to keep him down.
Oh my God! Ist noch am Leben?
Damn it. He did that thing where the animation hits you before you can even stand back up and got me good. Well, that's why we saved our game. Alright. Well, that just means we can try a different strategy now. So let's think. Should we try Oops All Magnum? So yeah, we could make that many of those, but that means we could also make a lot more handgun bullets. So it's one of the benefits to the Oops All Magnum strat, as the kids know it as. So yeah, let's slap the stock on the Matilda to make it powerful. Just like that. We do need to bring healing items yet again. Hopefully we'll be allowed to use them this time. That'll be a nice change of pace. Yeah, I did a bad job of dodging his jump attack, which is one of his more dodgeable attacks. And then got hit with the double slice.
Oh my God! Er ist noch am Leben? Jetzt hab ich dich! Jetzt aber! hoffe, den bin ich los.
Well then, any good grace I won with that first instance of by the book Billy be battling, I just pissed away because that went terribly. But we won. Hopefully I still have enough resources to beat the game. I guess we'll find out once we get through the lab.
Komm schon. Ada! Ada, wo bist du?
Ich bin hier!
Ada! Ich war gerade schon in Sorge.
Ich krieg es nicht raus.
Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das...
Tu's einfach, ich kann so nicht laufen.
Okay. Wird wehtun. Warte.
Lass doch, ich mach's selbst.
Entspann dich, okay? Also, wie geht's weiter?
Sieh zu, dass du es hier rausschaffst. Solange du noch kannst.
Ich werde dich nicht hier lassen. Nicht so.
Du verstehst das nicht. Die Situation ist übler, als ich dachte.
So einfach wirst du mich nicht los. Du hast mich beschützt. Jetzt bin ich dran.
Wusste nicht, dass wir hier Punkte zählen.
Greif meine Schulter.
Ganz schön mutig, Frischling.
Okay, will er nur helfen. Vorsichtig.
Du willst helfen? Wir müssen dringend zum Nest.
Nest?
Umbrellas Labor, direkt unter uns. Annette hat sich verplappert. Dort sind die Virusproben. Bist du dabei?
Denke, mein Kalender ist frei.
Komm. Wir haben was zu tun.
Ja, Ma'am.
Die Standseilbahn bringt uns runter zum Nest. Dieses Armband ist unsere Fahrkarte.
Nett. Woher hast du das?
Ausgeliehen. Wie auch immer, wir sind fast da.
Okie dokie. Fräulein Ada is once again in our party. We waited for her on the floating continent. And so now we can recruit her in the world of ruin.
Wir kommen vielleicht nicht zurück. Bereite dich also vor, Leon.
Diese Bahn fährt zum Nest. Steigen Sie nicht aus, bevor wir unser Ziel erreichen.
Weißt du, was ich denke? Ich brenne drauf, dass das FBI die Umbrella-Zentrale stürmt und die Mistkerle verhaftet.
Ich auch, aber im Klartext? Offiziell hast du nichts damit zu tun. Das ist ein FBI-Fall. Sobald wir das G-Virus haben, mache ich allein weiter. Hey, Leon. Vertraust du mir?
Und du mir?
Ganz ehrlich. Wenn nicht, wärst du wohl schon tot.
Klar.
Ich dachte, du könntest mir helfen. Und ich hatte recht. Sichere du das G-Virus, dann sorge ich dafür, dass sowas wie in Raccoon City nie wieder passiert.
Ada, du sagst es selbst. Es ist ein FBI-Fall.
Leon,
ich habe keine Autorität.
Schau mich an. Auf mich ist kein Verlass. Du bist meine letzte Hoffnung, den Fall abzuschließen.
Ich lass dich nicht einfach hier. Wenn du angegriffen wirst, Hilfe brauchst.
Ich schaff das. Sorg dich nicht um mich. Ich muss das zu Ende bringen. Und ich will dich wiedersehen. Ich hänge am Leben. Vertrau mir.
Nest wird in Kürze erreicht.
Bitte, wir haben kaum noch Zeit. Das wirst du brauchen.
Okay.
Leon, verlasse mich auf dich.
Ich weiß.
All right. Looks like Ada's counting on us, son. To be the hero.
Halten Sie bitte Abstand, bis die Türen vollständig geöffnet wurden. Halten Sie bitte Abstand, bis die Türen vollständig geöffnet wurden. Halten Sie bitte Abstand, bis die Türen vollständig geöffnet wurden. Willkommen im Nest. Genießen Sie Ihren Aufenthalt.
They do give you plenty of,
Die Virus ist.
I was going to say, before I was interrupted, they do give you plenty of ink ribbons. I could have been saving 2 or 3 times as much as I have been. Alright, while we're here, for now, we can store this thing. Do we need to bring anything with us? One of these in case we get grabbed, I guess. By the ghoulies, more than likely. Ghoulies in my Umbrella Laboratory? Son, it's more likely than you think. Have your Umbrella Lab tested today. If we're real quick, we should be able to just run past most of these zombies. That's what I'm hoping and praying for. Grab this, what used to be a hand grenade. That used to be flamethrower fuel. Okay, this guy shouldn't get you as long as you get to the ladder, son. Just like the armless slasher. Once you get high enough up the ladder, there ain't much he can do. He could try to do a cool backflip kick with his knife shoes. But other than that, he's fucked. Alright, one of Hunk's boys is hanging out here. But he won't acknowledge us. He's Hunk. We're not cannon Hunk Delacroix right now. We did get past his 2x burst, son. We might not be cannon Hunk Delacroix, but we've got the moves. Similar to Jacker's moves, I believe. Alright, he is going to be out there in the hall, and he is going to be quite miffed, so we do have to be ready. Yeah, there he is. Well, there you go. You love to see it. Alright, all of those zombies from the kitchen are going to be hanging out by the door, so we don't want to open it. But if you peek in through this window, you can see. Yeah, look at the whole lot of you. Nobody had clearance to open the cafeteria door? Like none of y'all had one of these wristbands? I guess they had to be let in. God bless them.
Lee, Chief Cartwright erfordert dringend Ihre Anwesenheit im Ostbereich.
There, but for the grace of God, goes Hunk. You're like, yeah, and Ghost. Who? I like the realistic bloody slashes on my gas mask. Alright, it's time to deal with the gangly elephant in the room because we're going to have to get past the gangle men. The thing is, I don't have as much flamethrower fuel to use willy-nilly here in the real survivor mode. But at least I have the regulator. Boom. Now, you can just stun Ganglemen by busting their Gangle balls and running past them. Then we could save as much fuel as we possible for William Birkin, because that's going to be our main problem. One of these knives would be good for dealing with those hallway lickers. You're like, they used to call me the hallway licker back in college. I'm sure that was for perfectly wonderful reasons. Might as well turn you into some tasty 9mm bullets. Well, the lightning hawk would be useful for dealing with the zombies down there before they animate. But I want to save as much of that for the bosses as well. It's almost like that's the point of the mod. What a shame. Well, we could use all these knives for that. Plus, it gives us plenty of Gangle breaker opportunities if we get grabbed. It's a good plan, question mark. Remember, we have a save right at the beginning of the lab, so we can test these theories. We're spending some lab time with RE2 to work out the bugs and the frame data. Alright, I'm just going to ignore you. Be the bigger Gangle man. I actually remember the codes. Alright, give me this thing. Yeah, we ain't watching this. This is like the clock tower puzzle in the RPD. There ain't no reason, even if you're leaving the cutscenes in for your current YouTube playthrough. I was gonna say, I don't think there's anything over here. Our first time through here can be relatively Gangle free if we just run straight for the hatch. But not until I've had my hand grenade. Not before I've had my green goo. Son, if Sebastian from the Evil Within was in here, he'd be breaking this thing open to get that green goo, son. He'd have all the upgrades, son. He'd have the full Khajiit spec unlocked. If this is your first 10F video, you're like, what do Khajiit have to do with the Evil Within? That doesn't even make sense. You'd have to be some kind of crazy person. Son, welcome to the 10F channel. Welcome to 10F house. Are you going to pledge 10F house, son? Delta 10F. I was about to say, with this burst handgun, I should be able to hit a Gangle ball or two. No big gunpowder. Golly, I can't have nothing in the real DIY survival mod. Nothing but bad times. Big gunpowders. What I'm thinking is we could use what little knife resources we have to hobble these zombies before they can bother us too much. You got tough legs, lady? Tough legs Teresa, they used to call her. Alright, she's going to pretend to be dead for the briefest moment. Broke the knife on him. Still didn't have the decency to have his leg get blown off. You guarded your right leg with your left leg. That's tricky. Okay, thank God we got a crit headshot. Why can't I hit you? He's dodging me like laser beams, son. Make me waste all my damn ammo. Idiots. Baka zombies. Alright. We got these two guys on lockdown, luckily. They look just like barbecue chicken once they get hit with a hand grenade. The great equalizer, as we call it. We're going to unwisely ignore that zombie. This guy's going to fall down. Okay, and get one of his legs off of him so he ain't got to worry about it. There we go. There we go. There she blows. And the muff detector is now mine. We're not even going to deal with that lady or unlock that door. I ain't got the patience for it. I just need you to be stunned for a second, buddy. I was worried we were going to have another stare zombie situation. Like we did last time we tried to stun and run a zombie. Alright, let's see what happens when we turn the power back on. That guy's pretending to be dead, as always. Set this shit to Murph. The Murph-mobile setting. That lady's doing a terrible job of pretending to be dead. She's trying to get to the cold drinks. None of the power's been turned back on. Speaking of which, we need to go chill our green goo. Detective Sebastian Castellanos would say there's no reason to chill it. It's no good the next day. Gotta have your green goo fresh. Also, he insists for some reason that we call him Prowler Hatchet Man. But I don't get what that's about at all. And if this is your first info video, you don't either. Cooling complete. I would hate to work in this lab and have this be like your desk space. It feels like simultaneously too open and claustrophobic. Your feng shui and your cheese and your karma and electrolytes and shit are all going to be out of balance. Lady, nobody feels bad for you, so you could stop acting up. No one's going to offer to buy you Subway. You've got to earn that shit. Alright, what else is in here? Wow, actual flamethrower fuel. I can't believe they were that generous. Of course, this is gone. Not that I'm counting or anything. Alright, let's see. For Gangleman dodging. The Gangleman Dodgers ain't took the pennant in 70 years. We're going to want some anti-gangle security. But otherwise, we're just going to shoot the ganglepulls and run. Whoa, shoot the gangles and run, as the song says. Might as well save. I still don't know if I have enough ammo to beat Final Billy B and Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct Mr. X at the very end. Once Mr. X gets all the Chaos Emeralds in him, son, there ain't nothing I can do. Dr. HUNK Botnick doesn't stand a chance. We'll have to build a metal HUNK to be our equivalent of Metal Sonic. Although if it's like the comics, that means we'll never win a fucking fight in the whole history of the franchise. Okay, this is the good shit and melted everything. We all know, we all care. Alright, the Ganglemen have started to move. Commence the gangling. Ganglemen, are you out here? Oh, that temporarily stuns them at the very least. Hey, buddy, ain't you fucking scary? Ain't you fucking scary? Richard fucking scary in his prime. Son. All kinds of pigs driving around in pickle cars whenever y'all are in the area. That's how fucking scary you are. Now, we're going to have to move it once again. Because Mr. X is going to be coming. Stun the gangle. Stun the gangle. Stun the gangle. And run. The final Gangleman. There's actually 2 more in this hallway, remember? So, we ain't out of the gangly woods yet. Oh God, I wasn't nervous. I promise. Okay, good. Not the worst gangle escape. So really all that's left is the final Billy B getting down to the bottom platform ahead of all the historians, which means we got to run past a few ganglemen. And then the Super Tyrant. Super Tyrant God, Super Tyrant. Should have been the joke I made earlier. Additional HUNK boys. Oh yeah, we need to go get the final upgrade. I almost forgot. We need to take the muff detector to the one of these things that actually uses MUF. That started this whole damn joke. Once again, first 10F play, first 10F playthrough you've ever watched, etc., etc. I'd also like to think this is the first Resident Evil 2 remake video you've ever watched. So whenever you see the game anywhere else, you're like, who is this guy in the police armor? I thought that game starred like a gas mask man. And some Asian lady in tight pants makes out with him through his gas mask. I thought the game was in Deutsch. Alright, once again, as long as we don't open the kitchen, then the kitchen crowd, as they're known, won't be able to bother us. But I bet they're all standing around the door waiting. Uh-huh. It ain't my birthday. You ain't hitting me in the face with a pie. Now, one of them likes to move into this room when you ignore them. Yeah, there he is. The guy that usually hangs out over by the TV. TV Teddy, they call him. Alright, he's staggered. We've just got to remember. Remember the muff detector. Hip to be pouch indeed. Hey buddy, what you doing? Pissing me off? Getting a knife put in you? These are not mutually exclusive activities. I promise you. Just cause we're running by, I'll let that crowd out. Well, you did a real good job. Where's Baldhead Fred? Maybe he's dead. I hear that's what the kids say when they hear bumps in the night. Not everybody is fortunate enough to have Mr. Bumpy live under their bed and be the source of the bumps in the night. Not everybody's lucky enough to have the wild green guy living under your bed, and he'll gobble up your socks before you turn your head. Like a bolt of lightning, he'll make your heart jump. His name is Mr. Bumpy. He goes bump, bump, bump. All the 90s kids watching are just in solidarity, all holding up lit lighters and waving them about. Just wait till I get to my song about Mr. Bogus. He's wild, he's cool, he's bogus. He's our kooky friend and he loves to play. So totally bodacious, bogus kind of day. That had a little bit of claymation in it. You're like, yeah, a bogus amount. Oh, I didn't even want the gunpowder bee that's usually there. Idiots. I'm glad I have less options. Alright, we're going to have to make our final Billy B inventory, which means empty everything. Do our mixes. Save our game. And pray silently. Alright, what are we going to take down there? The flamethrower, whatever handgun and magnum we have. A knife would be real nice. It would be real nice to meet Billy B. Well, we can make a shitload of handgun bullets. I don't think we're going to find enough to justify hoarding these for potential shotgun shells. So let's just make all the handgun bullets we can. I don't know if we're going to get any more of these gunpowders now that I said that. Now that I've made myself feel bad. Let's think about it for a moment. It's a lot of ammo. That can cause a lot of damage. Need to make room for healing items too. Don't forget it. I was thinking about making one last thing of shotgun shells just as an excuse to also bring the shotgun. But maybe we'll save that for Mr. X. Give me one of these. Give me both of these. If this ain't enough to get us through this fight, it means we were never truly meant to succeed. It means I was the biggest fool of all. Cool, cool, cool. Flamethrower goes real good with the HUNK outfit.
Das war einfach. Okay, jetzt zurück zu Ada.
Achtung! Unautorisierte Entfernung eines Virus erkannt. Abriegelung der Anlage eingeleitet. Selbstzerstörungssequenz startet nach Abschluss der Abriegelung.
Du wieder.
Weg! Er gehört mir! Das muss enden.
Was zur Hölle geht hier vor?
Sorry, William. Du lässt mir keine Wahl.
Sie nannten das Ding William. Wieso?
Hätte nicht passieren dürfen. Ist Umbrellas Schuld, das alles.
Sie arbeiten für die. Hatten Sie etwa nichts damit zu tun?
Doch. Aber wir wollten nie, dass das passiert.
Dann erzählen Sie es mir. Von Anfang an.
So einfach kommt ihr nicht davon.
Oh Gott, William. Was hast du getan?
Dann ist das Ihr Monster.
Wir schufen das G-Virus, aber wir wollten doch nie
Sie
das...
können es drehen, wie Sie wollen. Das ist doch Ihre Schuld. Was zur Hölle? Ach, Scheiße! Was tun Sie da?
Er darf nicht entkommen!
Okay, das endet hier.
Klasse A aus
Alright, yeah, I'll definitely say my crane yard Billy is my weakest Billy fight. Because that one didn't go too bad, although I did get darted by one of them tanks he threw that I didn't realize he could throw at that angle. All these fun flash grenades that he left behind can help us when we're dealing with the Super Tyrant, as he calls himself. I think we've grabbed the scant few items they give you in here. Just a handful for the road, of course. Was there anything over here, or did I already grab it? Looks like it. Bye-bye, Billy. Say hello to Lucifer for me. I'll send your wife so you can introduce her afterwards.
Scheiße. Sieht übel aus.
Ist schlimmer. Glaub mir.
Was Sie vorhin sagten, ich weiß nicht, was ich glaube.
Sag mir nur, du zerstörst die G-Probe.
Das ist ein Beweis. Der geht ans FBI.
Du vertraust dem Miststück?
Was soll das bedeuten?
Von wegen FBI. Sie ist eine Söldnerin. Sie wird's verkaufen. Das G-Virus geht an den höchsten Bieter.
Das ist Bullshit.
Hoffe, du hast recht. Aber wenn das Virus in die falschen Hände kommt...
Alright, now let's meet back up with Ada. Son, give each other a high five, maybe even share a few laughs, and we'll be on our way. Let's pre-game our inventory a little bit first, though. Let's see. Can drop you and you for now. Just until we get downstairs. Grab a couple, 2 or 3 things, but leave some room to grab a couple, 2 or 3 other things. You're right. I think we'll be alright with the ganglemen. We got enough shit to deter them. Some gangly deterrents, as it's known. Because I don't know if I'm going to get to use that thing on Mr. X or not. The flamethrower, that is.
Ich habe gerade an dich gedacht.
Dann sind wir schon 2. Ich war schon in Sorge.
Wir sind ein gutes Team. Aber ich muss dich was fragen.
Der Weg ist frei. Bitte, sag mir, du hast es.
Ah, ich hab's.
Lass mich die G-Probe prüfen und dann nichts wie raus hier.
Aber vorher... Ich stieß auf Annette. Sie sagt, du bist nicht vom FBI.
Oh, Leon. Wieso konntest du sie mir nicht einfach geben?
Weil ich erkannt habe, so sehr ich dir vertrauen will. Ich tu's nicht.
Ich habe wirklich gehofft, dass es nicht so endet.
Mehr war das also nicht. Ich war nur Mittel zum Zweck.
Ich mach doch nur meinen Job.
Und ich mach meinen, also weg mit der Knarre! Du bist verhaftet.
Gib mir die Probe, Leon. Ich will dir nicht wehtun.
Dann erschieß mich. Wenn du glaubst, du kannst es. Ada!
niemand die Probe.
Festhalten! Ich glaube, ich kann... Scheiße!
Vergiss es.
Sei still, ich hab dich.
Das ist es nicht wert.
Tu das nicht.
Pass gut auf dich auf, Leon.
Nein!
Son, that feel when no cool spy GF. It's tough. Do you think Leon could have even pulled her back up? Remember, he got shot through the shoulder. I know we can't see it right now, given the non-canon nature of our appearance. Also, he ran through the sewers with a big gaping bullet hole in his torso, so I'm surprised he survived this encounter. You think he'd have every kind of infection you can come up with. He'd be like Mr. Burns. Well, look at that. They're kind enough to give us another hip pouch here. So we can bring everything in our box.
Wer ist da? Claire!
Leon? Du bist auch hier unten?
Ja, aber hier stürzt gleich alles ein. Hör mir zu. Du musst hier raus. Schnell.
Ja. Gib einen Weg raus. Wir schaffen das. Wo bist du jetzt?
Claire, bist du noch da?
Leon? Die Verbindung bricht ab.
Vergiss mich. Verschwinde von hier. Verdammt!
9.
Make that 2 hip pouches, son. They held the good shit to the end of the game, just to spite us. All right, we might as well make another safety save right here at the end, because I'm well known for screwing up the final Mr. X Super Tyrant fight, especially when using the HUNK model. We've just got to believe in ourselves. So now those free herbs that are usually laying around down here aren't there. Imagine that. So we have no reason to try to detour towards them. Yeah, I had a knife just for you, buddy. Just for you. Just for Gangle. Strong enough for a Gangle man, but pH balanced for a Gangle woman. Deal with X, don't I? No bullets right here, of course. Which way are you gonna go, son? Bold. He took the bold route.
Ich muss weiter.
All right, what are we going to make our final inventory? They give you a hand grenade right here at the end. God bless them. They were thinking about you. All right, for the final tire, I guess we are going to have to bring the flamethrower. Make us our final batch of shotgun shells. If it gets down to the wire, son, it'll be the final shotgun. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Etc., etc. Alright, we shouldn't need this. So how many grenades and heals did we end up at the end of the game with? Plenty, I'd like to say. And I'd be right. Damn. Even in a mod specifically designed to limit ammo and heals, we ended up with a solid ass load through our normal video game hoarding. The Henrys of the Margarets of the world laugh and grow fat with all these heals. Remember, he could still do his instant death attack if we don't manage to stagger him out of it. So it ain't free. We'll put it that way.
Jetzt sind wir quitt.
Wo kommt das Ding denn her?
Son, we just did scrape
Sie
by.
haben die unterste Ebene erreicht.
And just for fun, with our final 4 Magnum bullets, let's enjoy some zombie shooting action.
Gottverdammt.
Oh, I thought I could get both of them. Like that? Hell yeah, boys. Who needs backup rockets? Oh, well, I'd feel remiss if we didn't send them a final goodbye.
Nichts wie aus. Unglaublich, aber ich vermisse sie.
Leon?
Hey. Geschafft.
Hab ich dir doch gesagt.
Well, there we go, boys. Another RE2 playthrough in the books. And we even got an S rank. If we'd have saved 3 less times, it would have been an S+, though. You can always do better. Dante always gets triple S, even though it's not in the game. Well, that's an interesting mod. It definitely makes the game harder, unless you're used to hoarding resources. And it forces you to get better at running past mobs, like all the G mutants. We didn't dispatch a single G mutant because we couldn't afford to, son. Billy B and Mr. X demand all of your attention in Real Survivor. Well, I appreciate you all joining me. I'll see you all in the Claire B playthrough, unless you somehow watch that first. And then I'll see you when you rewatch the Claire B playthrough. Good times.